Look at you, scrolling again, jumping from one video to the next. And deep down, you know you're not even looking for entertainment. You're looking for yourself. You know that feeling, right? That quiet voice saying, "Why am I like this? Why do I react this way? Why do I change depending on who I'm with? Who am I, actually?" People think they're lost because they don't have goals. But the truth is deeper. You're lost because you don't know yourself. And today, that changes. Give me a few minutes and I'll show you the 5 personality types backed by decades of psychology. The system scientists use to decode your behavior, your emotions, your relationships, your patterns, and maybe finally help you understand why you are the way you are. Let us start with something nobody tells you. You don't have one personality. You are a blend of systems fighting, negotiating, and balancing each other every single day. Sometimes you're confident, sometimes you're insecure, sometimes you're disciplined, sometimes you're avoidant. You're not inconsistent, you're complex. But here's the problem. When you don't understand your personality, you start living life on autopilot. You choose the wrong career, stay in the wrong relationships, force yourself into environments that drain you, pretend to be someone you're not. You lose yourself trying to fit where you don't belong. And it's not your fault. Nobody teaches you how your mind works. Not in school, not at home, not online. But psychology does. And it all starts with the big 5. Trait 1, extroversion. Let's begin with extroversion, and I need you to be brutally honest with yourself here. This isn't about being loud or sociable. It's about how your brain generates energy. High extroversion means you gain energy through people, movement, excitement, noise, social connection, eye contact, momentum. These people feel alive when the room is alive. They don't just attend the party. They are the party's energy source. Low extroversion, the introverts aren't shy and asocial or awkward. They simply recharge internally. Silence, depth, solitude, one-on-one conversations. Their inner world is loud enough. For them, a quiet evening with a good book or a deep chat with a close friend is more energizing than a crowded event. Here's what's wild. Most people spend their lives forcing themselves into environments that drain them just to please others. An introvert pretending to love networking events, or an extrovert stuck in a solitary job. But once you understand where your energy comes from, you stop fighting your nature and start building your life around it. Trait 2, conscientiousness. Now let's talk about the one trait people confuse the most, discipline. This is conscientiousness, and it's not about motivation or willpower. It's a neurological tendency. If you score high, you love structure, order, deadlines, finishing what you start. You feel a sense of calm when things are organized and a sense of accomplishment from being reliable and responsible. Your to-do lists are sacred. If you score low, you prefer freedom, flexibility, spontaneity. You thrive on creativity over structure and flow over routine. You get your best ideas when you're not boxed in. And here's the truth nobody wants to hear. If you're low in conscientiousness, traditional self-help advice will likely never work for you. Not because you're lazy, but because rigid discipline is not your natural operating system. The key is to design a life that works with your brain, not against it. That's the power of knowing your personality. It frees you from the shame of thinking something is wrong with you. Trait 3, openness. Next, openness to experience. This trait explains why some people crave adventure and others prefer stability, why some dive into new ideas and others stick to what already works. High openness feels like curiosity, creativity, imagination, a love for art, philosophy, and travel. You get bored fast. You're always asking, what if? And seeking out the novel and the abstract. Low openness feels like comfort, tradition, routine, predictability, practicality. You love consistency, and that's beautiful. You value what has been tested and proven. You find comfort in the familiar and strength in stability. Here's the key. High openness people build the new world. Low openness people keep the current world functioning. We need both. One isn't better than the other. They are just different ways of navigating life. Trait 4, agreeableness. Now for the trait that confuses most people, agreeableness. High agreeableness translates to empathy, sensitivity, warmth, compassion, a strong desire to avoid conflict, and a tendency to sacrifice your own needs for others. You feel what others feel, almost as if their emotions are your own. You're a natural peacemaker and caregiver. Low agreeableness means you're more direct, assertive, competitive. You prioritize honesty, even when it hurts. You are comfortable with debate and are often the person who can make hard decisions under pressure when no one else wants to. High agreeable people feel everything deeply. They carry the emotional weight of everyone around them. Low agreeable people are the ones who steer the ship through a storm. Both can be heroes, just in different ways. Trait 5. Neuroticism. And now, the most misunderstood trait, neuroticism. High neuroticism doesn't mean you're broken or weak. It means your brain is more sensitive to threat, pressure, and uncertainty. You feel things intensely. You overthink. You worry. You react faster and more strongly to stress. But guess what? This sensitivity often comes with powerful gifts. People high in neuroticism often have more empathy, higher emotional intelligence, better intuition, and a greater awareness of potential danger, which can be a huge advantage. Low neuroticism people, they are solid as a rock, calm, grounded, unshakable. Stress rolls off them like water off a duck's back. They are the calm in the chaos. Both types survive and thrive, just in different environments. A high neuroticism person might be an incredible artist or therapist, using their sensitivity as a tool. A low neuroticism person might be a fantastic emergency surgeon or pilot, staying cool under immense pressure. Listen, you are not one personality type. You are a mosaic, a mix, a code. Your unique combination of these 5 traits explains so much. It explains why that job drains you, why that relationship suffocates you, why that goal never worked out, why that dream feels so right. It explains why that fear keeps repeating, why one habit is easy and another feels impossible. It's not randomness. It's not failure. It's not just how life is. It's your psychological blueprint. And once you understand it, everything becomes clearer. You don't need to become a different person. You don't need to copy strangers online. You don't need to fake confidence, pretend discipline, or force yourself into paths that crush your soul. You just need to understand who you already are, because self-knowledge isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning. So ask yourself and answer honestly. What's my personality code? Because once you figure that out, life stops feeling so random. Your future stops feeling so confusing. Your choices finally start to make sense, and you stop just surviving. And you can truly start living. Thanks for watching. If this helped you see yourself a little more clearly, consider subscribing for more.